Either planning to succeed or you're planning to fail. Ultimately, the choice is yours, and the outcome of your success comes down to your daily habits, not just personally, but also within your business. And that foundation starts with you planning and preparing to execute in advance. And so that is why today we are going to talk about and dive into organization and planning tips before your business, especially when it comes to a new month and and the final month of the quarter. And so number one is you need to review previous months. So hopefully you have already set your goals in the beginning of the year. Okay, how did you want Q1 to play out? What were some of the initiatives? What were some of your goals for clients, for revenue, for maybe systems, for maybe hiring? What were those goals? And actually go back and look at them. If you are not someone who writes down your goals, now is the time to start doing that. Analyze your insights. What performed well? What didn't perform well? And if you look at what performed well, why did it perform well? Was it, especially content, especially when you're an online business, you really want to review your content marketing strategy, because especially if you're not doing any kind of paid ads, this is how you are organically going to attract your ideal client. Okay, what kind of content piece performed well? Were they carousels? If you post carousels, were they reels? How did your lives perform? What were the conversions and the outcome? If you had a call to action, did people actually take action on those call to actions? Did they send you a DM? Did they click the link in your bio? Did they comment in your comments when you were asking for captions? And then the daily productivity habits that you have. Are you getting enough sleep? And you might think like, what kind of question is that? But sleep really actually matters to the success within your business. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're not going to perform as well. You're going to be groggy. Your energy is going to be low. It's also going to increase the cortisol levels in your body, which is going to cause stress and anxiety. And when you have stress and anxiety in your body and you're tense, you tend to kind of be in your head and you really can't focus. When you're getting enough sleep, you're getting enough water, you're eating the right nutrients, and you're also moving for your body, at least 30 minutes a day is what I recommend, you're going to see a shift in your productivity within your business, and you're also going to have more creativity. I don't know about you, but if you ever find yourself in a funk, like, I'm having a mental blockage, I can't think straight, my content isn't performing well, I can't even come up with ideas. That might be your body in your cue telling you, okay, maybe it's time to get up away from the desk and go for a walk, do some squats, stretch, go drink some water. How many of you actually keep water next to your desk or keep water close by? This is one of the ultimate sources for life. It's like a magical liquid that many of us don't take advantage of drinking enough of. We're drinking coffee, we're drinking caffeine, we're drinking energy drinks, when really all our body needs is this right here, this beautiful H2O. So that was a little bit of a tangent, but when you're reviewing your previous months, again, what worked well, what didn't, and then you need to adjust. Personally, for me, I know that in the month of January, I had some goals that I wanted to hit and I fell a little bit short. And I'm like, okay, why did I fall short? What could I have done differently? And ultimately, I knew for me in the month of January, I was doing too much in my business, especially because I pivoted and I was out on my own. And I knew that I was like, I need to hire someone to help me. This is not a task that I should be doing on my own. And I need to outsource this to someone who specializes in this specific area that is not my strong point. And we'll get into that a little bit more. And number two is look ahead. So when I say look ahead, looking at your past 2 months, this is the next month of Q1, the final month of Q1. How do you want this month to look? What adjustments do you need to make? Do you need to, again, like I was saying, do you need to outsource a specific area that you shouldn't be doing? Like, for example, admin work. You shouldn't be doing admin work as a CEO or founder within your business. Someone else should be handling some of those mundane to day-to-day tasks. But don't get me wrong, if you are just starting out, it is okay to be doing some things for yourself because you're in a building phase. But if you can, the sooner you can, you want to hire a team to help you. I know for myself, I have a videographer, a graphic designer, an editor, and it has saved me so much time and energy so I can focus on putting out more content, where she's going to now edit it and then I can go ahead and put it out. Also, you might need to set new goals and action steps. So for me, I knew that there was a time when I first was starting out, where I was doing too much research. And research is good, but oftentimes you can get distracted. And now you find yourself scrolling, and now like a couple hours have gone by, and you're like, whoa, this was not an income producing activity. And that's what you want to think about. What are income producing activities that you can set for yourself first part of that day? Like, you want to eat the frog first. You don't want to put it off until later. So sometimes I'll make sure, I might even skip the gym some days. Yes, I skip the gym because I'm like, okay, this task needs to get done. I need to do this first, and then I can go for a workout. I can go for a walk, and I might just adjust what my routine would be. And then you want to also anticipate what are some hurdles or roadblocks that might come up. For example, if you don't have an email list right now, you need to have an email list. I say that because there has been days where Instagram just shuts down. Facebook just shuts down, which means you do not have your people that you can connect with here on this social media platform. We don't own this platform. They own it. They own all of our content. They own all the rights to everything that we put out. So you want to make sure that you have a Google Drive of all the videos you've ever created. I do personally. You also want to make sure that you have an email list. That way you can connect with your audience on a more personal level if for some reason this were to go down for a day. So first, you want to make sure to review your previous months. 2, you need to look ahead. And then 3, this is going back to understanding and doing an evaluation of yourself, is doing a self-assessment. And what that is you need to do a SWOT analysis. For those of you who might not know what a SWOT analysis is, that is understanding, okay, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are some opportunities that might come up, and what are some threats? And when I say threats, it's more so going back to that email list, like what are some hurdles that could possibly come up that could kind of bite you in the butt if you are not planning and preparing ahead of time. So strengths, those are the areas that you want to be working on the most within your business on a day-to-day basis. So if you are a coach, you want to be coaching, you want to be teaching, you want to be educating, you want to be in your element. If you know that you're not great at copywriting, you shouldn't be writing out all of your emails. I've been writing out all my emails, and I was like, you know what? I need a copywriter. So I hired one because I was like, I shouldn't be doing all this by myself. But in the beginning stages, when you're just pivoting, that's okay. But you want to go ahead and, again, outsource that to someone who's really good at that. So if you know that, for example, maybe when it comes to content, you're not great at coming up with a ton of ideas. Well, that's why Instagram Monetization Accelerator would be perfect for you, because you get delivered weekly content ideas, 7 different content ideas delivered to your inbox and into the portal every Friday. So there's really no excuse why you want to be creating content. There's also so much more information and details of how you can create more magnetic content that's going to attract your ideal client within Instagram Monetization Accelerator. If that's something that you know, like, okay, I do need help with my content, I'm tired of thinking about it for myself, make sure to comment monetize or DM me monetize, and I'll connect with you, and I'll still give you the founder special rate. Going back, so that might be a weakness of yours. And then opportunities. This is great for example, this is Women's Month. If you are a woman and you are a coach, this is the perfect time for you to reach out to possible organizations and offer to speak, offer your services, offer like a freebie that you have to give to their community, which is going to help build and enhance your community. I personally myself connected with a college that from my home state, and I am now going to be speaking at one of their conferences virtually as a Black woman-owned business owner who has a story. I'm talking about how I turned my test into my testimony and how I've been able to successfully grow many of my businesses from scratch using the power of social media. And so look into opportunities where you can put yourself more out there. Also, there are a lot of platforms such as, like Shout Atlanta, and other virtual magazines that are always looking to feature individuals like yourself. All you have to do is reach out, and now you're on this platform and you get a little bit of PR and so forth. So make sure to do that. And along with your self-assessment, don't be afraid to possibly reach out to peers or mentors for them to critique you as well and give you feedback on areas that maybe you might not be aware of that you can improve. And that's why it is really good to have a coach or a mentor to help fill in the gaps or areas that you might not see clearly. Also, one thing I also wanted to mention is also assess your circle of influence. This is really key because you want to think about, what does your peer group look like? I like to say you are most likely going to be, if you have 5 friends that have similar traits, you're going to be the 6th. So if you have 5 friends who are lazy, they eat unhealthy, they're not really ambitious, they kind of just do the mundane normal life, but that's okay if that's you're comfortable doing that, but you might start falling into that gap. Versus if you are hanging around people who are like-minded like you, who are ambitious like you, who have similar healthy habits like you, who are aspiring to be more and grow, you are naturally going to fall into that pool and aspire and strive to be more as well. And so you really want to think about also the conversations that you are having with your peer group. I highly recommend having an accountability partner. I have 2 myself, where we meet bi-weekly and we just discuss our business goals, our objectives. We give updates on, okay, this is what I'm struggling with. This is what I'm focusing on. These are some of my wins. And we boost each other up. And these are people who, some of these people are making way more money than me. They're way further in their business, and it's like almost like a friendship, but mentorship. So make sure to connect with other individuals. Instagram is a great place for you to do that. If you see, not a competitor, but someone who you could possibly collab with, and you see them winning and they're crushing it and they're killing it, don't be afraid to reach out, give them kudos, give them props, and then possibly connect to brainstorm and collab. And then lastly is setting up systems and automations, or adjusting the systems and automations in your business. This is a game changer right here. If you don't have any kind of back-end systems working for you on the back end, for example, I had a member within Convert to Scale today. Last week, we set up her freebie funnel, which goes into an upsell to an offer, and then it goes into a nurture campaign, along with eventually leads into her main high ticket offer. We set that up. She put it live. She's been talking about it in her content. She put the link in her bio, and she had someone actually take action, get the freebie, buy the upsell, and now is in her nurture campaign to eventually lead into her high ticket offer. That is what I'm talking about if you have a system and an automation in the back end working for you. This means when you have content that you're putting out, you have your messaging dialed in, you're speaking directly to your ideal client, and now your call to action is, hey, if this is you, comment this below, or hey, if this is you, check out my bio. And they actually go and take action, and now they're going through your sequence automatically without you having to do much of anything but post and share the content. That is the power of systems and automation. You have the emails going out automatically. You have the text message campaigns going out automatically. You have any updates or resources going out automatically. These are systems, again, that you can create and you can have access to within the Instagram Monetization Accelerator VIP Platinum membership, where within there, you actually get done for you funnel templates, sales page templates, freebies, along with the tips on how to get those created, along with some of the automation already done for you. So I just wanted to sneak and plug that in there. And again, if that's something that you'd be interested in implementing within to your business, make sure to comment monetize or send me a DM and I'll share that with you. But to give you a recap of how I personally and how I recommend you go about every month choosing to create more organization and planning within your business, so that way you can have more success, more freedom, and ultimately scale and to hit those goals that you have set out for yourself. Is 1, you need to make sure to review the previous months. 2, you make sure to look ahead at the vision and set those goals for yourself. 3 is do a self-assessment. What are some areas within yourself and your daily habits that you can fine-tune and improve for not only your health personally, but also for your business's health? 4, invest in your further development and delegation. You need to make sure that you are investing in the areas that you need to improve. So for example, I mentioned earlier, if you're not have a strong suit at something, make sure to hire and delegate that. If you know that you need help in a certain area, for example, your content marketing, your strategy, your automation, I am your coach, or look for a coach who specializes in that to help mentor you. Because sometimes it's not about figuring out the how, it's about figuring out the who. Once you find the who to help you partner with, that's going to help guide and walk you through and navigate this digital economy, so that way it's not so hard and it becomes more seamless. And now this becomes second nature to you. That is what you want to do. Invest in a coach and a mentor. And then that goes into 5, which is setting up the systems and automation. So I hope you found this valuable today. If you haven't taken the time to plan out your month, it is still the day 1 of the month. So make sure to do so. I highly recommend implementing this into your business strategy the night before or a couple of days before the month starts. I actually have a Google sheet that I go through and look at all the numbers. I do all the planning. This is something that I highly recommend. And if you would love access to that exact template, let me know. Just DM me template and I'll share that with you as well. But thank you all for being here. And as always, if you are needing help, Instagram monetization is officially open. All you have to do is comment monetize or shoot me a DM, and I shall see you in the next live training. Bye y'all.